Guys, this is really important because the whole point of research is to prevent regret. It's supposed to help
Welcome
your
to the
teen
Life
or
After
20-something
12
avoid
podcast,
unpleasant
a listening
surprises
experience
down the road
for parents
and
of
save them from
career-confused
wasting
teens and
time, money, or
20-somethings
effort
who
on
are
a path they
concerned
wind up
and trying to
abandoning.
help.
Now, I understand that as parents, we
Hello
want our
and
kids to
welcome
make
to
smart
episode
choices,
4
and we want
of
them
the
to
Life
feel
After 12
confident
podcast.
about what they're
I'm
stepping
J.D. Sold,
into,
your host,
and not to find
I'm really
out
glad
too
you're listening
late
today.
that they've
In the
overlooked
last episode,
significant
we
facets
discussed
that
three
become
proven
turnoffs
strategies
to them. Young people can use for critical job research. Now, today, we're discussing the key step to ensure that their research findings translate into sound decision-making. Guys, this is really important because the whole point of research is to prevent regret. It's supposed to help your teen or 20-something avoid unpleasant surprises down the road and save them from wasting time, money, or effort on a path they wind up abandoning. Now, I understand that as parents, we want our kids to make smart choices, and we want them to feel confident about what they're stepping into and not to find out too late that they've overlooked significant facets that become turnoffs to them. After listening, you'll see how your kid can quickly and easily reflect on the job information they discovered so that they can detect problem areas early on and make a much more informed career choice. All right, let's dive right in. So let me start off with a story. Years ago, I was running late for work, like throw on deodorant in the car kind of late. And after I finished buttoning my dress shirt, I realized that it needed some touch-up ironing. Now, I did not have time to pull the ironing board out, so I thought, well, I'm wearing a cotton undershirt. I'll just keep my shirt on and iron it. I'll just do quick presses. I should be fine. Well, believe it or not, it worked. And while I was celebrating my ingenuity, I noticed a wrinkle that didn't quite come out. No problem, I thought. I'll just hit it again with another quick press. Well, the wrinkle was a bit more stubborn than I thought, but it was not going to win. After all, I had a steam button that could deliver the finishing blow. Without hesitation, my thumb descended on the steam button with 3 very aggressive pushes. Wow, that was a bad idea. The massive steam blast of scalding vapor went directly to my skin, branding my chest with a pattern of circular burns that matched the steam holes on the iron. This story really illustrates the kind of problems that can occur when we have facts but fail to consider implications. I knew that longer pushes released more steam, and I knew that I was wearing a t-shirt, but I was in a rush, and I failed to consider how my thin shirt would hold up against the larger steam blasts. You see, it's not enough for our kids just to gather information about a job they're interested in. They need to take time to think through their findings. So today, I'm introducing a 3-step process they can use to slow down and actually use the research information to make an informed career choice. Okay, step number 1. Once they've finished their research using the job research blueprint and the strategies I shared in the last episode, their first step is to reflect. You see, guys, research without reflection is like seeing without noticing. Now, they might have all the data, but miss what it's actually telling them. And the reflection process simply involves asking strategic questions about each of the 9 areas. Here are a few examples. So for the duties, a good reflective question would be, do these duties make me more or less interested in the job? Let's do a question for the skills. Do you see evidence of these required skills in other areas of your life? Okay, guys, I'm only going to give you 2 examples here, but there's a full set of questions in the show notes for all 9 areas. All right, let's go on to step number 2. So the second step is to detect problems with the job. Now, using the reflection questions, your kids should keep an eye out for what I call don't haves and dislikes. Don't haves represent any facet of the job they feel they don't have. It could be one of the required skills or an interest in some of the content. Now, dislikes are aspects of the job that they simply don't like. It could be an aspect of the job's work environment or a specific prerequisite. The whole point of conducting the research is to detect problems early. This reflection process allows your kid to discover job facets that are deal breakers before they invest any time, money, or effort preparing for the position. All right, step 3. After they reflect to detect, it's time for your kid to come to a conclusion about each area and the job as a whole. Now, when I'm working with clients, I have them evaluate each area on the job research blueprint and determine whether it's red, yellow, or green. Red means the section is a problem for them. Yellow means they have some concerns, and green means they feel really positive about it. Now, once they've reflected on each of the 9 areas, I have them come to a final conclusion about the job position using one of these 3 options. Number 1, I definitely don't feel this job is a good option for me, and I will look for something else. Number 2, I have concerns and I'm not really sure. Or number 3, I feel good about this job and will add it to the list of good possibilities. If they have any concerns about facets of the job, they can engage in next level exploration that includes things like informational interviews or job shadowing or even internships. So they can get more information to come to a final decision about that concern area. Now, guys, over the years, I've seen young people become confused about their career paths when they realized the job they had in mind wasn't a good fit for them. So if your kid comes to that conclusion and isn't sure about another option, you may want to check out the career guidance coaching experience called the Map and Me Journey. You can find the link in the show notes, where you also find the link to the free resource connected with this episode. It's called the Know Before You Go Career Exploration System, and it will show you how your kid can easily identify a job of interest, discover the 9 essential facts using the job research blueprint, and then how to use that intel to avoid a regrettable career choice. In the next episode, I'm launching the new Life After 12 theme, how your kid can conquer false limiting beliefs that cause self-sabotage. The series is going to be incredibly important because negative beliefs can quietly shape a young person's actions and keep them from showing up as their best self. Together, we'll look at how this happens, and I'll share a proven strategy my clients are using to identify false beliefs, replace them with truth, and stop the self-sabotage cycle. Well, thanks for listening today. And remember, if you found the content helpful, please subscribe and share it with other parents. I appreciate the support, and I hope you'll join me next time. All the best till then.